Alright guys, let's talk about weighted pull-ups and more specifically weighted pull-ups for beginners. What are the things that you have to do as a weighted pull-up beginner? How to start doing weighted pull-ups and build yourself a solid foundation to one day pull some pretty mad numbers. Let's dive right into today's video. And to pretty much give you guys some credentials, I'm currently doing 30 kilograms for a triple. I've been doing weighted pull-ups for the last year now, almost a year now, and I feel like I'm getting pretty decent at them, and I feel like I can give you guys some advice regardless of weighted pull-ups. So let's go right into the first point. The first thing you have to do if you want to start doing some weighted pull-ups is to build a solid foundation first. And what I mean with this is obviously get good at doing normal pull-ups before actually attempting to do weighted pull-ups. I want you guys to be able to do about 10 to 15 pull-ups just on body weight before even thinking about actually doing the weighted, because that way you have a solid foundation of pulling strength, and more importantly your muscles and your ligaments are pretty much well suited to actually be put on the loads. And if you actually skip this first step, what will happen down the line is that the risk of injury is going to be severely increased, progress is going to be minimal, results are going to be minimal, and it simply is not going to be a good foundation to build on from that point on. So initially build a solid foundation, get yourself to a bare minimum of 5 pull-ups with good form, full range of motion and full scapular control before actually attempting to do any weighted pull-ups whatsoever. And then secondly, when you actually start doing weighted pull-ups, start off slowly. A lot of people, when they actually start doing some weighted pull-ups, actually start out by doing 5 kilos, 10 kilos, sometimes even putting on a plate on the first time ever doing weighted pull-ups. And doing that is simply not a smart thing to do, because I get it, you obviously see people doing like 20, 40, 60, 80 kilogram weighted pull-ups online or on Instagram, and you want to try to actually go for your 1 rep max initially, but you don't want to do that. What you have to understand is that a 2.5 kilogram weighted pull-up is still a weighted pull-up, and keeping your weights light initially is going to allow you to keep practicing good form when doing your weighted pull-ups, which actually is going to embed good form weighted pull-ups, and that is going to set you up for a lifetime of making good solid progress on weighted pull-ups. So when you start doing your weighted pull-ups, start off slowly, start off with like 1.25 kilograms, 2.5 kilograms, and increase it slowly, allowing you to keep your form on point and to allow you to make more progress over time. And then the third thing that you have to do is to make your progress slowly. This pretty much like ties into the previous point quite a lot, and the benefits of doing this are pretty much the same as once again with the previous point. When you are progressing with weighted pull-ups, what I want you to do is to keep your progress slow but steady. Simply add in a small amount of weight each and every single week instead of making massive jumps, which are going to result in poor form weighted pull-ups. And once again, this will allow you to make more progress over time, and is also going to ensure that you're actually going to still practicing good form weighted pull-ups, which once again is going to embed good form and is going to set you up for the long term. However, a lot of people actually tend to struggle with it because it pretty much goes against a lot of things that people actually think when they think about training. People these days want fast results. We live in a culture of instant gratification, and we are not used to actually thinking long term and make a lot of small steps instead of making massive jumps. But what you will find is that if you actually just simply increase the weight bit by bit over the weeks, an additional 1.25 kilograms each and every single week in the long run is going to start adding up pretty quickly, because doing that for about 8 workouts is going to be a 10 kilogram difference, and in those 8 weeks you will have kept your form as solid as it can be, which is going to give you much better progress in the long term and also protect yourself from injuries. So when you are progressing, progress slowly. And then the fourth thing I want to talk about is build yourself a solid foundation before going for 1 rep maxes. What a lot of people want to do when actually just starting out doing weighted pull-ups is they want to go for a 1 rep max right away, because obviously doing 1 rep maxes is fun and is also one of the things that people actually want to look for when actually going for weighted pull-ups. But really, going for a 1 rep max as a beginner is not productive, is simply not useful, and is also quite dangerous if once again good form is not embedded. So what I would recommend you guys to do is, as a weighted pull-up beginner, simply don't go any lower than 5 reps for the first couple months of training. Build some muscles, strengthen your ligaments, and if you have done a couple of good training blocks and you're pulling like 30, 40 kilograms for multiple reps, then it makes sense to go for 1 rep max, and then it makes sense to actually test the waters and see what you're actually capable of. But as a beginner, simply don't do this. It's not productive, not useful, and it can even result in injuries. And those are the 4 essential tips that I can give all the weighted pull-up beginners out there who are just starting out their weighted pull-up journey. If you guys want to see a lot of videos about weighted pull-ups, subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna make quite a lot of them over the next few weeks, and I'm also obviously gonna keep doing them myself. So if you want to have a lot of content about weighted pull-ups, subscribe if you guys haven't already. For now, thank you guys for watching, like and subscribe. If you guys have any more questions, video ideas or advice, leave it down below in the comment section. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Follow me on Instagram and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, on a Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, 3 videos a week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Latest.